see if that works. Got the radar scope. Oh. All right, welcome in on this stormy or soon-to-be stormy afternoon. I'm WTOL 11 Chief Meteorologist Chris Vickers. We've got the full WTOL 11 weather team, so we welcome everybody in. We are going to be streaming live this afternoon on YouTube and on our WTOL 11 Facebook page. We've got meteorologist John Birchfield, meteorologist Kaylee Bowers, and just off to the side here monitoring some of your comments, we've got meteorologist Matt Willoughby. So the goal of what to expect for today, we're going to inform people a little bit about the storms as we sort of welcome viewers in that are going to be watching on our various streams. We'll give them a moment to get situated. John, it feels a little humid and unsettled across
It certainly
the area,
has that spring feel to it. You know, the wind is kicking up. It has that muggy setting. It's been a little while since we felt the humidity, but the atmosphere really has all those ingredients that you'd come to expect this time of year. And those of you who are checking radar on our WTOL 11 weather app, you're probably looking to the west of us, and that's where we're keeping an eye on those storms rolling in. They are right about to cross in the Indiana-Ohio state line.
And so earlier today, we had, Kaylee, you were on air during our noon show. We had a tornado watch that was issued for the area. So take us kind of through that process and where we stand right now. Again, as we welcome more people in, we're going to be having our Facebook stream active in just a few moments. So we're going to welcome people in from all across Northwest Ohio and beyond. YouTube, we are going to be streaming live and continuing to monitor your comments. So take us through the process around noon today, or just after that, we had a tornado watch that was actually issued.
Yeah, so that tornado watch was issued right around, I believe, about 12:10 this afternoon. So we were going on to our noon newscast, didn't have any active watches, warnings, or advisories. But we do now have that tornado watch in effect for most of Ohio. If we can actually go back to that graphic real fast, Chris, goodness. But yeah, that tornado watch until 7 o'clock, that's that shade of yellow you see. But Southeast Michigan under a thunderstorm watch as well. So everyone in our viewing area under some kind of active watch for this afternoon and for this evening as well.
All right, so take a moment as well to welcome our friends here on the WTOL 11 Facebook page. The goal of what we're going to be doing here is to keep you ahead of the storm, so we really appreciate you watching. And if you're going to be watching anywhere across Northwest Ohio, there's going to be a risk of strong to severe storms, so let us know. Go ahead and type in the comments right now. Where are you watching from? Because we want to try to answer some of the questions, give you some good information about what to be expecting, and of course, just to let us know and let you know that we appreciate you watching WTOL 11 and trusting us with what's going to be some storms that roll into the area. So as Kaylee just mentioned, we're going to be covering this, giving you a little bit of behind-the-scenes look on Facebook Live and on YouTube Live. So feel free to comment and interact with us. We'd love to hear what you have to say, but also we're going to give you a breakdown of what's occurring right now. So John, take us through what we have active right now. So the question is, do we actually have any severe alerts right now, active warnings that are occurring? They're close.
Yes, they are very close, and these storms are about to cross over the state line. So what we're watching right now is a line of thunderstorms up near Fort Wayne. There is also some severe weather near Van Wert. Nothing for our immediate viewing area, but these storms are headed in our direction, and they're moving pretty fast. So I would say within the next 30 to 60 minutes, there is a strong likelihood that we will see some warnings that are issued. That storm cell near Van Wert definitely has a history of some large hail that is possible with that storm cell. Also could be seeing some strong winds with these thunderstorms as well. And then up near Fort Wayne, that cluster looks to be taking more of a linear shape, and that usually bodes for some wind, strong straight line wind threat. So we're keeping an eye on that one that is rolling into Williams and Defiance counties. So if we have any viewers in the Bryan area, Defiance, Farmer, some of those towns in far western Ohio, you're going to be seeing the sky get very dark and gray to the west of you if you look off to the sky. And make sure that when you do hear that thunder, you head indoors, because those storms are rolling into Northwest Ohio right now. Also, if we have viewers up in Hillsdale County, that's where there's another thunderstorm moving on through. Not severe level, but it still could pack a punch.
Kaylee, this is the time of the year. I know we talked about this with the timing. I really kind of nailed this one. Between 1 and 2, the storms to be arriving into the area. We have these storms rolling in.
Yeah.
School dismissal time is going to be coming up. Lightning, no matter what, if we get severe weather or not, it's going to be a risk with these.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, we're seeing those schools let out within the next hour or so, and our timing, like you said, Chris, Chris, it's about 1 to 5 o'clock. So we're already seeing some of those storms moving into our area right now. So if you have kids getting off the bus stop, getting ready for practices, make sure that they are aware that there is a potential for some very strong showers and thunderstorms moving into their area within the next several hours or so. We have a lot of comments on Facebook. I mean, we're seeing a lot of people saying, what about my neighborhood? What about my town? I see Norwalk, Napoleon, Northwood, West Toledo, Rossford, Oregon. So let's look at the hour-by-hour forecast when we get a second to say, okay, this is when you're going to be seeing it in your neighborhood.
And we did just have our first severe thunderstorm warning issued. We were talking about that cluster of storms near Van Wert. So it looks like portions of Putnam, Defiance, and Henry counties now under that severe thunderstorm warning until 2:30 p.m. What are some of the main risks with that one, Chris?
Yes, it's moving northeast at 40 miles per hour. Still at this point, we're looking at damaging winds and large hail. At one point, this was severe warned for up to ping pong ball sized hail. Still at this point, an inch in diameter could be possible with this, and it continues to move to the northeast at 40 miles per hour. So that is going to be a risk with this storm as it races off to the northeast, and it's going to have a fairly quick motion on it. So don't be expecting to be out looking for this storm to be arriving, because it's coming in quickly from the southwest. Just east of Van Wert is where it is right now, and it's moving to the northeast, and it's moving right around 40 miles per hour. So let's put the time of arrival on this as it works toward Putnam County. There we go. It is going to be moving toward Delphus at 147, Fort Jennings 152, then DuPont 156, Kalida at 2 o'clock straight up, Miller City and Ottawa then at 2:12. Meteorologist Matt Willoughby here as well. Matt, let me hear about the comments. What are people saying on Facebook as far as what we need to focus on here for them?
Yeah, so of course a ton of people checking in and kind of listing their cities, but they're kind of asking, how are things looking for Bowling Green? And also, do I need to be careful? Exactly what is the tornado threat? I did see a comment. What is the tornado threat in around East Toledo area?
All right, so at this point, the tornado threat has been fairly low. A few of these storms showed a little bit of mid-level rotation, but we are still under a tornado watch, which means conditions or ingredients, they are ripe at least or possible for that to be occurring. Now, Kaylee, we said hour-by-hour forecast. This is kind of the bread and butter of what to expect, especially as we get through the mid-afternoon.
Yeah, a lot of people have plans this afternoon, getting ready from school or getting home from school this afternoon. Here's 2 o'clock, so within the next 15 minutes, this line's going to be moving through parts of Adrian, parts of, I can't see that, Wauseon, Defiance, Ottawa, Lima. But we're also seeing a few of those spotty showers off to our east as well, parts of Toledo, southern Wood County, over towards Findlay. I need to get my eyes checked, apparently. And you can see by 3 o'clock.
We did have a viewer in Bowling Green ask when those storms are going to arrive in your neck of the woods, so you can plan on, that 2:30 to 3 p.m. time frame. BG is going to be in the line of fire.
But once these showers move out of your neighborhood, we're done with these storms for the rest of the day. So your evening commute, look at 4 o'clock.
They are quick movers, absolutely. So it's really just several hours that we're keeping a very, very close eye on things. And that tornado watch, it goes until 7, Kaylee, but sometimes those are expired sooner as the storm threat passes. So we'll make sure to keep you up to date. And this line of storms going from central Michigan up near Lansing. We're keeping an eye on those storm cells and all the way down into central Ohio and Indiana.
And we're going to head there just really quick in a second because speaking of what is the potential of tornadoes, now not in our local viewing area immediately, but a tornado warning that was just issued. Meteorologist Matt Willoughby as well. If you get any information on this one, feel free to chime in. But this was a tornado warning that does include Lansing, Michigan. And it does look like and appears that there's been some rotation detected. And there it is, likely a tornado, or at least the signs of a tornado that is showing up just on the south edge of Lansing. That is M99, just outside of Windsor, just south of I-96, seeing some rotation there. So these storms do have the potential for rotation, not showing any active tornado warnings in our area. We will monitor that. Of course, if so, we're going to make that transition from Facebook to on-air immediately.
Yeah, it does give you some idea for the fact that the atmosphere is primed for severe thunderstorms. As of now, it's mostly the wind and the hail threat that we're keeping an eye on, but there is still some rotation potential. We can't rule that out.
Yeah, John, you mentioned the hail threat here. So if we were just to estimate very quickly down toward Van Wert, doesn't look all that large, maybe half an inch in diameter is what some of our algorithms, so to speak, or our computers are estimating for that potential hail size down there toward Van Wert.
And some of those towns like Kalida, Continental, and Ottawa are going to be in the line of fire, so you may hear those hailstones on your rooftop as you get indoors and seek shelter from this thunderstorm.
And Kaylee, we'll see if that time has changed at all. We'll put those times back out there. Looks pretty much right on from what we were saying before. It's arriving at Fort Jennings. Then about 3 minutes away, Kalida at 2:01, Columbus Grove at 2:10, and Ottawa. We were right around that 2:12 to 2:13 time frame, so this still has a fairly consistent forward motion. Moving to the northeast right around 40 to 45 miles per hour. It should rake all across Putnam County.
Looks like we do have another new severe thunderstorm warning for Williams and Defiance County as well, Chris.
All right, so let's
Yep, we are keeping an eye on that northern flank of storms as well. You know, that's a severe thunderstorm warning. I'm guessing it's for the wind and hail threat as well, Matt?
Yep.
Yep.
So for wind and hail threats, so we're going to keep you updated for just a few more moments here. What we're doing until we see this intensity continue to ramp up, we're going to be live on air as well. So we're going back and forth between YouTube and Facebook and our WTOL 11 weather app and our website, and also live coverage on air. So you may be thinking, all right, well, I see you on Facebook, but what about on my TV right now? We're updating you every 15 to 30 minutes on TV as well, and perhaps that intensity and frequency may increase as these storms do increase in their intensity. Let's give a quick update, John and Kaylee, on this storm that has now just been warned, as meteorologist Matt Willoughby said. This does include Defiance and southern parts of Williams County. The time on that is going to be in effect until 2:15 for Defiance and Williams County as this storm continues to move to the east now at 40 miles per hour.
Yep, and that one's bringing a wind threat. Some of those strongest winds could approach 60 miles an hour, and then also large hail possible with that one, as we saw with the Putnam County severe thunderstorm. So similar threats right now. No imminent tornado threat, but we are still keeping an eye on that and watching radar and the velocity and some of the tools that help us dissect exactly what a storm may bring.
As of now, at least, there's no active tornado warnings in our area. But again, don't forget, we are under that tornado watch until 7 o'clock this evening. Most of those showers and storms will be out of northwest Ohio and southeast Michigan way before then. But again, we have multiple thunderstorm warnings issued. We do have that tornado watch issued again for
and we got the storm cone on there to help you plan ahead for these storms. You know, Brian, in just a matter of about 8 minutes, Archibald coming in at about 2:15, and Defiance shortly before 2:15 as well. So a very quick mover. Doesn't give you a whole lot of time if you are out and about running errands. Maybe you're watching on Facebook on your phone. Now would certainly be a good time to head indoors and make sure you're sheltered from this severe thunderstorm.
And speaking of this, non-severe at this point, but these storms pulsing up very quickly over the Toledo metro. So again, let us know where you're viewing from. So if you're Haskins, Tintagity, Bowling Green, Perrysburg, Maumee, Monclova Township, through South Toledo, Toledo over toward Oregon, you're looking outside and the skies are getting dark and the storm is beginning to really pulse up. Non-severe at this point, but we're expecting those storms a little bit closer to about 3 p.m. to be working into the Toledo metro. And I know as a dad myself and my wife, going to be working to get the kids where they need to be, that's a very meaningful time for us between 2:30 and 3:30 to get the kids where they need to be safe. So be advised that this is going to be around dismissal time for the Toledo metro. So what we have right now in the Toledo metro is non-severe, but that line of stronger storms that is off to the west, it is expected to be working into the I-75 corridor. So that's Lucas, Wood, and Hancock County. That will be arriving as we go through about the 3 o'clock hour right up to about 3 p.m.
Yep, a couple more hours of the severe weather threat. We'll keep you updated here. And as Chris said, we're going to be on air frequently as well, updating as needed. Looks like it is raining downtown. I'm looking up at our downtown Toledo sky cam and certainly getting a nice little downpour here.
Well, just to recap as well before we kind of sign off for this Facebook Live and YouTube Live, we appreciate this as an opportunity to connect with you, to answer a few questions. So please go ahead. Keep some of those comments coming as well. Meteorologist Matt Willoughby, he's working the keyboard. I think I see smoke coming out of that right now.
He's doing a great job.
He's going to keep us updated on that. So if you have any questions or concerns, this is what we are here for. We appreciate you being along for this. So active storms into our area. We are registering at least a few severe warnings. They're going to be scrolling on WTOL 11 on our TV, so go ahead and have that TV on WTOL 11. I have the WTOL 11 weather app ready to go as well, because you are going to get instant alerts and notifications. If you don't have that yet, get rid of all those other weather apps and download it right now, okay? It's going to be something that really gives you that advanced notice of what is happening in your area to your specific location. You're actually seeing now some of the raindrops coming down over downtown Toledo. So go ahead and download that app. That is something that is going to keep you, the interactive radar, right in the palm of your hand, hour-by-hour forecast and direct video updates from the WTOL 11 weather team as these storms do roll into the area. So one last look at radar, active conditions that are going to be working into the area. So keep that in mind, especially as we go through about 2 to 3 p.m. Those storms are going to continue to ramp up across the area, and the risk of some strong to severe storms will be with us. So the team will have an eye on it. We've got meteorologist Matt Willoughby here, meteorologist Kaylee Bowers, meteorologist John Birchfield, and we will continue to monitor this active severe weather risk both on air, online, and on WTOL.com. Have a great afternoon.